Hi there, YouTubers. I'm going to tell you a quick, I hope it's a quick story, but a quick story about how one prayer changed my whole life. It was really freaky. My wife was there when it happened, so she can attest to it all. So, wife and I had 2 years ago given up competitive dancing. We got as high as we could go, several world championships and all that. So we just said, I said to my wife one day, I said, geez, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to continue doing all this? And I said, I'd rather do something else. So we did. So a couple years after that, I was sitting there thinking, geez, we don't have, like, other than camping and stuff, we don't have anything really going on in our lives because that used to consume a lot of our lives. So I did something I've never done since I was a kid. I knelt at my bed and I prayed. So I prayed to I didn't pray to God, I prayed to my guardian angels and my spirit guides and my higher self. And I asked them, I said, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? What's the purpose? Could you show me a sign? Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? So you got to be careful what you ask for because you might get it. So the next day I show up at work and I'm called into the boss's office. And some girl made up a bunch of crap about me, and because she was crying, which is bullying, they believed her. And they made me sign like a warning and everything else. So they didn't want to hear what I had to say. So that was a real eye-opener. And then that same day I had text messages from my students and they all quit at the same time. That was a real, like, this is the next day after praying. And then I quit my banjo lessons, which I knew I was going to do. So, major event right there in my life. So I got home and I really didn't know what to think. Like, I'm going like what's going on, right? Is this what they're telling me what's going to happen? So I opened up my tablet and the first video on my tablet was some woman I've never seen before, Dolores Cannon. And I watched the video and then I asked them, like, is this really what you want me to do? You want me to, like, hypnotize people and heal people and stuff? And so, since I wasn't getting any more signs, I signed up for it and I took the course. And before I knew it, I was helping all kinds of people, which is cool. It was fun. It's nice. It's great watching people being healed, and they're very excited, very happy. But that's my story. So it gets a little bit more stressful. So what happens is, so I go on doing all that, and while I'm at work, I mean, I didn't know this, but somehow I became an empath, and I could really feel everybody's negativity and emotions at work. I could really feel everything, even though we were living in a cubicle world, and I could feel it all. And then I started hearing this song in my head. It was really weird. It was um, it's like a bluegrass song, but sometimes they talk to you that way. So the song was what was it? Oh, this is the end, right? So it's going, this is the end, this is the end, this is the end. And like after 2 weeks of this, and it only happened while I was at work. This is the end. This is the end. After 2 weeks of this, I was getting really annoyed, and then I started hearing this really, like, only thing I can equate it to is yelling. This intuition, but it was like somebody yelling at you very aggressively. Pack up your stuff right now. Pack it all up. So I did. I packed up my entire cubicle and took my stuff home. And the next day at about 10:30, The manager calls me into an office where there's an HR person, and she says, "Well, there's been cutbacks and you're done." So anyway, she started to tear up and cry, and I told her, I said, not to worry. I said, they told me. And she's like, who's they? And I'm like, I don't know, spirits, they, God, whatever you want, told me this was going to happen. And so I brought her to my cubicle, and she said, like, holy cow, it's empty. I said, yeah, I know. I told you this. They told me. It was the end. It was like, it's done. Now I knew what they were talking about. This is the end. So, how one prayer can change your life, that's just, it's amazing and scary. But it started me on a spiritual journey. It started me on a lot of really cool things that I didn't know that I had the ability to do. And I'll make more videos about that. I think everybody might be interested. But I believe that probably my whole life that my spirit guides and I don't know what you want to call them, like guardian angels, or see, I have always believed God is inside my heart. That's where God is. So if I think they have been talking to me my whole life, and they have been guiding me, and throughout my whole life, like looking back, things just happened for me, and I listened to my intuitions, and it worked out. So I think probably everybody can do this if they just start listening. And I think that has to start with proper diet. Like, you just have to understand that, like, if you're polluting your body, and that will include your mind, and it will include everything. So I think that's where it started for me. Is, many years ago, I started just eating better and stopped eating junk food and stopped all that crap. So this really is an eye opener. It just totally freaked me out. To go from like a nice six-figure job to no job. And this QHHT stuff has yet to pay me. There's always people looking for I don't want to say handout, but they're desperate or they're hurting and they need help. So when that happens, I'm happy to help. But anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting. Like I said, I'm going to post more videos of all the interesting spiritual stuff that's been happening to me. But that was the biggest eye-opener, wake-up call, whatever. Like, this is your new life. And you asked for it. So I'm just saying, sometimes you got to watch what you ask for. And I was told that as a kid. Hey, really watch what you ask for. My father pushed, never pray for yourself, pray for other people, and I prayed for myself there. And you've got to, I guess, you got to be really specific about detail. There's something, I don't know what happened. So anyway, I'm looking at this as a whole new journey, something different that's going to happen in my life, and we'll see where it goes. But like I said, I'll load more videos and tell you more about the interesting spiritual type stuff that's happened to me in this life with my wife in this house and all that stuff. It's very cool. Wow. Anyway, bye for now.